You know, I'm gonna go back to the question we was asking each other out there in the hallway or the entrance. Does the first one, the second one feel as good as the first one feels? And I'm not gonna give you their comments or answers, but my answer is it feels better. It definitely feels better. I feel like I can write a book about what these guys have been through this year. It might look, you look at the 37-3 record and you look at the wins over great teams, it might look like it's easy, but it's hard. It's real hard. It's real hard. It's hard to stay on the top. Obviously it's hard getting there, but staying up there when you're getting everybody's best shot. And seeing these kids still be kids, and we're sitting in an era, we're sitting in a generation where social media puts everything on Front Street for them, and they still find a way to be successful through it all, and they still find a way to be together. Our saying was wreak havoc throughout the whole year, and we had a lot of havoc come on us, but at the same time, God brought us through every situation that could possibly imagine to attack this team, and at the end of the day, we ended up on top. So it feels great. It feels great.
Hey, Jalen, what a day for you. I saw you committed to ULM earlier, then you won a state championship a few hours later. What's all this been like for you? Can you process all this?
Yes, sir. I feel like I'm matured, so I feel like it's surreal, I think that it's not going to hit till tonight. Tomorrow, so just trying to take it out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot though.
Yeah, hearing that LSU was the first offer you had, and you commit to ULM, what was that like before the game?
It was amazing. That's what I worked for since I've been little. So getting that offer, committing, hopefully going up there, make a big impact. A real good experience, Getting my school paid for, that's all I ever wanted.
It seems like they maybe came in a little bit later, or what was the process like as far as students coming in?
I think a lot of schools overlooked me. Last year I was more in the post. This year it was me showing everybody what I could do. So with that opportunity, I'm just gonna do the best I can with it. Just execute in every type of way. Do what I want to do.
Coach, it seemed like emotions were running high on both sides tonight. How are you able to keep your team in check throughout the game, just not let the moment get too big for them?
Well, somebody fussed at me when I got the take, because I'm always fussing at them about maintaining your composure. And emotions were running high. It's a hard game to call. Basketball, obviously any sport, but basketball is such a hard game to call. And officials have emotions just like we do. And sometimes us coaches, we forget that they do have emotions, and we just say whatever or do whatever. But at the same notion, it teaches our kids as well as myself about life. Things sometimes don't go your way. You can't do anything about it. But you still have to find a way to be successful. You still have to find a way to get the win. You still have to find a way to finish through it all. So I think my group has done a great job. We're very emotional. They probably get it from me, but we're very emotional. But at the same time, these kids are so passionate. I think Northshore, their coach and their players, they're so passionate. They've had such a great run getting to where they are. They got hot at the right time. And because they got hot at the right time, they're passionate about what they do. And sometimes I think we confuse undisciplined or being undisciplined with passion at times. And they're passionate, just like everybody is passionate about whatever you love to do. So it was so intense. It was a high intense game. And that probably has also something to do, we played each other last year in the playoffs in the quarters, and the game was emotional and intense as well when we played them in Zachary.
Brandon, your thoughts? Good performance tonight, but it seemed like you've been doing it all year long. But how you feel of having a performance in the state championship and really leading your team to back-to-back championships?
Well, that's what I work on. So he tell me I'm playing well every game. I think every game, even after practice, he tell me I'm doing well. I'm being a great leader. So I just keep my foot on the gas.
Coach kind of mentioned it earlier about which championship was, I guess, more special to you. Either the players kind of want to expand on that.
I said it felt the same.
I feel like, I thought about it, I feel like this was my last game. MVP,
Hey, radio sound. I need all radios turned in, please.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more special.
We practiced that question before we walked in, by the way.
Coach, what you can say about the region of Baton Rouge itself more than anything else? We knew the improvement of Southeast Louisiana, but seems like we know Baton Rouge has been up there, but last couple of years has been unbelievable, especially this year with the various state championships. Do you think like basketball is the place to be in Baton Rouge?
Man, I'm glad you brought that question up. That's a great question because obviously we all try to get here in time to watch Port Allen and Coach Jackson. That's their best friend, probably their favorite coach. Watching them play and watching them win the state championship, and then turn around watching Coach Jones, who's close to our program, watching them win the state championship as well. And then that's not to mention the teams that won yesterday. I don't know if we had anybody that won yesterday. I can't remember off the top of my head. But obviously on the select side, when you had Southern Lab win, you had other teams, Scholarville, that's one I can't remember. All right, Scholarville win as well. We play each other so much. It's not like we shy away from each other, but we all have the same idea as far as much as we play each other, we're making each other better. Jeff Jones tried his best to stay as long as he could to watch us play. Port Allen stopped staying to watch us play. We fight each other as far as when the game is going on, but at the same time, we do whatever to make each other better. We do whatever to make our kids better. Percy is walking by me and he grabs and hugs me like I'm his coach. Coach Jones is walking by one of them and we see him at shoot around at Southern. We see him at Sam Houston before we got here and he's having a conversation with them. He has to leave because he said, Coach, I don't want to be a distraction. They're talking to him. So it's a family affair. It's almost a family within a family. Obviously, this is our family, but at the same time, we're an extension of each other. Coach White at Liberty, all of us are an extension of each other, and we all work hard to get our kids an opportunity to be successful. That's as far as state championships, but that's also as far as college is concerned.